All-Stars, performing here on Detroit Jazz Alive on Public Radio in Detroit, WDET. I'm your host, Jim Gellert, and standing at an adjacent microphone is the leader of the Marge's Bar All-Stars, Mr. Jim Wyse, playing tenor saxophone. Jim, how are you tonight?
Just fine, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you down. Jim, maybe you could answer one burning question that many in the audience have been asking tonight. Where the hell is Marge's Bar at?
Yeah. Well, looking at the crowd here, there are many, I'm sure, who would be able to find it, including Marge, who's sitting here on the aisle. But for those who don't know, it's at the corner of Mack and Beaconsfield in Grosse Pointe Park, which is near the city limits of Detroit, and we're there the first and third Sundays of the month at 8 o'clock.
That sounds great. And how long has music been presented at Marge's Bar?
What an interesting question. Well, it goes back. Marge recently celebrated her 25th anniversary. What was the date of that? Well, it was September. She had been there for 25 years, and a couple years after she got started, her brother, Joe Defoe, who is a wonderful trumpet player, and Bob Meek, who I know you know, Jim,
sure.
Drummer,
oh, yeah.
They started playing Sundays at Marge's. So that's over 20 years ago. And there's been music there sometimes every Sunday, sometimes one Sunday a month, sometimes two Sundays a month for over 20 years. And there's been a long string of great people who have come there to play.
So Marge's Bar is it's a jazz bar?
Absolutely. Well, it is on Sundays.
It is?
It is on Sundays at 8. They've won awards for being Detroit's greatest sports bar, too, I think. Isn't that right?
Jim, could you introduce the band to us?
I'd love to. On the drums back here is Bob Pentridge. And I know WDET audiences have heard Bob on a number of occasions. He was a part of the original house band, I think, when you started
the Johnny
show.
Allen Trio, that's
right. And another member of that group who's been a stalwart at Marge's for years now is Rich Kovalevsky.
Yeah, Rich.
And a wonderful keyboard player who's playing your wonderful new grand piano tonight, Chuck Shermatero. And last but not least, one of the greatest trumpet players I've ever had the pleasure of playing next to, Bob Mojica.
And let's not forget Mr. Jim Wyse.
Thank you.
What's up next there, James?
Well, next we're going to feature Bob. He's going to do a ballad for us, and it's These Foolish Things Remind Me of You. Bob Mojica. Thank you, Robert. Sounded wonderful.